Students, welcome to the next unit. The second unit deals with the fundamental rights. Every citizen of the India must aware about their fundamental rights. So, the same we are going to discuss during our this unit. So, let us first of all discuss the introduction part. In this particular discussion covers the introduction and features of the fundamental rights. So, let us see the introduction and features. Introduction. The fundamental rights are enshrined in Part 3 of Constitution from Article 12 to 35. In this regard, the farmers of the Constitution derived inspiration from the Constitution of USA, that is Bill of Rights. Part 3 of the Constitution is rightly described as a Magna Carta of India. It contains a very long and comprehensive list of justiciable fundamental rights. In fact, the fundamental rights in our Constitution are more elaborate than those found in the Constitution of any other country in the world, including the USA. The fundamental rights are guaranteed by the Constitution to all persons without any discrimination. They uphold the equality of all individuals, the dignity of individual, the larger public interest and unity of nation. The fundamental rights are meant for the promoting the ideal of political democracy. They prevent the establishment of any authoritarian and despotic rule in the country, and protect the liberties and freedoms of the people against the invasion by the states. They operate as a limitation on the tyranny of the executive and arbitrary law of the legislature. In short, they aim at establishing a government of laws and not of men. Fundamental rights are named so because they are guaranteed protected by the Constitution, which is a fundamental law of land. They are fundamental also in the sense that they are most essential for all-round development, like material, intellectual, moral and spiritual of the individuals. Originally, the Constitution provided for the 7 fundamental rights, viz. Right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational right, right to property and right to constitutional remedy. However, the right to property was deleted from the list of fundamental right by the 44th Amendment Act 1978. It is made a legal right under Article 300A in Part 12 of the Constitution, so as to present there are only so at present there are only 6 fundamental rights. Features of the fundamental rights. Fundamental rights guaranteed by the Constitution are characterized by the following. Some of them are available only to the citizens, while others are available to all persons, whether citizens, foreigners or legal person like corporations or companies. They are not absolute but qualified. The state can impose a reasonable restriction on them. However, whether such restrictions are reasonable or not is to be decided by the court. Thus, they strike a balance between the right of individual and those of society as a whole, between individual liberty and the social control. Most of them are available against the arbitrary action of the state, with the few exceptions like those against the state action and against the action of private individual. When the rights that are available against the state's action only are violated by the private individuals, they are no constitutional remedy but only the ordinary legal remedies. Some of them are negative in character, that is, place limitation on authority of the state, while others are positive in nature, conferring the certain privileges on the person. They are justiciable, allowing person to move the court for their enforcement if and when they are violated. They are defended and guaranteed by the Supreme Court. Hence, aggrieved person can directly go to the Supreme Court, not necessarily by the way of appeal against the judgment of the High Court. They are not sacrosanct or permanent. The Parliament can curtail or repeal them, but only by a constitutional amendment act and not by the ordinary act. Moreover, this can be done without affecting the basic structure of the Constitution. Amendability of the fundamental rights is explained in detail in Chapter 11. They can be suspended during the operation of national emergency except the rights guaranteed by the Articles 20 and 21. Further, the sixth right guaranteed by Article 19 can be suspended only when the emergency is declared on the ground of war or external aggression, that is external emergency, and not on the ground of armed rebellion, that is internal emergency. The suspension of fundamental rights during the national emergency is explained in the Chapter 16. Their scope of operation is limited by the Article 31A, saving of law providing for acquisition of estate, etc. Their application to the members of the armed forces, paramilitary forces, police forces, intelligence agencies, and the analogous services can be restricted or abrogated by the Parliament. Their application can be restricted while martial law is in force in any area. Martial law means military rule imposed under the abnormal circumstances to restore the order, Article 34. It is different from the imposition of national emergency. Most of them are directly enforceable, while a few of them can be enforced on the basis of law made for giving effect to them. Such law can be made only by Parliament and not by the state legislature, so that uniformity throughout the country is maintained. In this particular video, we have discussed what is meant by fundamental rights and the different features of the fundamental rights as far as the Constitution of India is concerned. Thank you for watching.